Hello friends, in this session we are going to discuss about the overriding concepts of Java language. Uh, it's basically related to inheritance itself. We'll start understanding through a example. There's a class called as A which has a method called as fun. Okay, this method has a SOP statement called as fun. There is a method called as open lambda. SOP open lambda in super. Okay, I should have written the class pretty. Okay, there is a class called as B which extends A. There is a method called as Google. There is a method called as open lambda. This method is same as the method available in the super class. So when the method is same, when the signature of the method is same as the method available in the super class, then that particular concept is called as overriding. Okay, now see, observe here. There is a method which is same as the superclass method. There is again a method which is same as the subclass method. The signature of the method, what you need to understand is signature of the method is same with two different classes when they are in relationship. Okay, if this class B doesn't extend A, then there is no issue at all. Then this concept is not nowhere called as overriding. Okay, now let us start understanding the program. The layout is not proper. Should have considered this space earlier itself. Okay, now I'll be creating an object A is equal to new A. Through A, what are the members I can access? A and fun and open lambda. If I access fun will be printed. No issues, I guess, with that. A dot open lambda. If I say only this object has been created inside the memory, so open lambda in super will be printed. This you I hope you people will be comfortable with this. B is equal to new B. When I say, what happens, there is an object of subclass which is going to be created. When the object of subclass is going to be created, all the members of superclass will be available in that. So fun open lambda, Google, again open lambda is there. So here start the confusion. If there were some parameters and all, then it would have become, if there are two different parameters and all, then it would have become overloaded method. Overloaded method can be available in two different classes when they are in relationship. Okay. Now when I say B dot open lambda, what was the output? The output would be open lambda in sub. Okay, because object of B is being created, through this I can only people might guess saying that this preference would be given to this particular method. Okay, that's fine. But in the last class we also saw we could have written the code something like this also, right? A is equal to B, superclass variable pointing to subclass object. B is a object, this is a variable right now. So although an object, but what I am doing, I am assigning this address to this particular variable. Now A starts pointing to B. Now through A, what are the members I can access? Only the members of superclass. What are the members of superclass? I can access fun. I can access A dot open lambda. When I access open lambda, what will happen? What would be the output? What is the idea? What is the session what we had in the previous session? Superclass variable pointing to subclass object. What members it can access depends upon the kind of reference variable. But when I say a dot open lambda, just because it is a overridden method, it always gets the method from the object to which I am referring. A dot open lambda right now will be printing you open lambda in sub. It is not going to print you open lambda in super. It is going to print you open lambda in subclass. The reason is what this particular, the left hand side a variable, through this you can say what are the members you can access. Fun or open, fun and open lambda. Google will not be, I will not be able to access Google through a. But what if it is a overridden method, it always depend upon the right hand side to which object I am referring. So the main thing here is, what we need to understand here is, we need to understand what is overriding. Whenever the method signature is same in two different classes, when they are in relationship, then it is termed as overriding. The deciding criteria is what? It depends upon the object to which my variable is pointing. This particular variable is pointing to this object right now. So if it is a overridden method, it gets the overridden method from this particular object. Okay, now we will see one more example of this, but we need to understand why I should override a method. Is there a necessity to override a method? Yes. We need to override a method whenever I am not satisfied with the superclass functionality, or I need a new functionality. Now assume that, just for an example I am taking up, saying that there is this open lambda method which has some functionality. I am not satisfied, I need to give a new functionality. So what will I do? I will go ahead and override that particular class, extend that particular class, and give the new functionality. So whenever I want the previous functionality, I will create an object of superclass. Whenever I need a new functionality, I will create an object of subclass. Clear, right? So this is the basic idea. You have already overridden one method called as finalize in the garbage collector class. In the garbage collection session, what we discussed was, we are supposed to give the finalize method in a class whenever garbage that particular object is eligible for garbage collection. It is going to invoke the finalize method, right? Okay, so now where is this finalize method and all we need to discuss. That is one I'll let you know when as and when we require, we will be discussing about where is this finalize method. I am overriding that. Just have that in the have that in the mind in this particular session. We will discuss in another couple of sessions. Okay, so I hope you have somewhat clear with this. I'll start writing up one more program to make you understand with the overriding concepts. Let us start writing class area int w int h. There is a constructor. Okay, I will not take this as area, I will take this as class shape. I need to calculate the area of a particular shape. I don't know what shape it is. Okay, so I'll start designing the class something like this: int a, int b, a and b. So what would be the area of a shape? I'm not at all sure what is the area of a shape. How will I do? So I'll go ahead and say undefined. Okay. Okay. So now I want to calculate a area of the rectangle. So what would I do? I'll go ahead and say class rect extends shape I'll be having it as a constructor. Now super of, I hope you people are comfortable with the super keyword. I'm not satisfied with the functionality of the area method in the shape class, so what I'll do is I'll override area SOP of instead of this we'll say W into H. So subclass has the knowledge, it can access area of rectangle is width into height. So I have one more class. I need to calculate the area of the triangle. Extends shape triangle int A, comma B. Please take care of the syntaxes when you are doing. Anyway, I'll be showing you the program, but still by this time you need to take care of the syntaxes. Void area. What would be the area of the triangle? 0.5 into W into H. So this is how I have designed my class. So now when I say shape is equal to new shape, there's no point in doing that at all, right? So what will I do? I can't go, there's no point in saying shape S is equal to new shape at all. And I say shape dot area, it is going to give me undefined. But I can definitely say S is equal to new rect and pass 10 comma 20. So what happens, 10 and 20 will be passed to A and B. Immediately it will invoke the superclass. From the superclass it will assign the values of the whatever we have passed to W and H. Okay. Now when I say S dot area, what happens, the respective area will be invoked. Okay. If needed, I can also say S is equal to new of triangle. Say 10 comma 20 again, whatever the value it is. Now S dot area, from where this method is being invoked? It will be invoked from the object to which my variable is pointing at the current time. At that particular instance, is pointing to which particular object. Right now S was pointing to rectangle, it's going to give you that particular value. Right now S is pointing to triangle, it is going to give you the respective value. So the idea here is to understand when we should override the method. We are supposed to override the method whenever the functionality of the superclass is not satisfied, or I am not happy with the functionality of the superclass. I need to give my own implementation. That is when I need to override the method. I hope this is clear with you guys. Let us see the execution of those things using the Eclipse. Okay, now there is a class A which has fun method. There is one more method called as open lambda, which has been overridden in the subclass. There is a Google method, which is a method available in the subclass. When I say A is equal to new A dot fun I can access, A dot open lambda I can access. I will not be able to access A dot Google. See, it doesn't give me the option at all. Suggestion at all will not be given by the Eclipse. Even if I type it, it gives me an error. You can see this error here. A dot fun and A dot open lambda I can access. But if I create an object of B, I can definitely access B dot Google. Okay, from that particular object. But A dot open lambda, what will be the output of this? It is going to print you open lambda in subclass. Okay. The reason is always the overridden methods will be depending upon the object, not on the variable. Although through this variable we can define that what members can be accessed. But if it is a overridden method, it depends upon the object to which my variable is pointing at that current point of time. I hope this is clear for you guys. If you have any questions, please do leave the comment. I'll reply as soon as possible. Please like the video and give a thumbs up. Thank you guys. Please do subscribe for the channel.